Okay, so part 3 of the live stream. We just about we were going through the metalwork for Bronte here, getting the lead belcher on all of his metalwork, which is a fair amount of it. Not sure what I'm going to do with this axe. I might make something a bit spectacular with it. Something a bit different. Maybe some different colours. Might go a bit crazy on some of his items, rather than just boring silver for everything. I think we might need to open up the new batch of lead belcher as well, because we're going to need some more paint, and I think we're on the last dregs of this lead belcher. Should be alright for tonight, I think. And apologies to anyone who was watching, and Rev, who was we were in mid-conversation, so apologies about that. Okay, so I think the handle... don't think the handle's metal, so I'm going to go something different with the handle. Then we got that buckle to do. Buckle? That arm bracelet thing. Bangle. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I catch the arm there? I think I've just about didn't. Should be a bit more gentle here, a bit more careful. Right, a little bit of water. Let's make it flow a bit, then we're going to do the detail now. Again, really pronounced detail, so making my life easier here with this miniature. Oop, still managed to screw it up though. Never mind. Oh, I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that at all. I'm going to try and fix that while it's still wet. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. So I think it's a hell of a lot of it, but I think that's the metalwork done. Oh, his feet. Shoes. You're definitely coming along. getting there slowly. Let's do the gold on the third blade while we're waiting for that to dry. So back with the Aryandan yellow. I'm doing it in the gold there. Oops. And you're probably asking, why do you keep on doing live streams if they keep crashing? But the thing is, there's several reasons for that. Number one is I do love engaging with the community, even though tonight's really only been one person. I've really enjoyed that, meeting Rev for the first time and talking about painting and different games and everything else. And I think that's what I really wanted this channel to be, was to be an engagement into the community and just help people out as best as I could. And that's one of the main reasons why I do a lot of live streaming. The other thing is, well, you've seen how my computer can't handle live stream. It really struggles with editing video. And one video, an hour video, literally just to upload it, not so much upload it. Uploading to Google doesn't take that much time. It's editing it and getting it ready for upload. It can take an age, nearly a day, which is absolutely ludicrous. So it makes so much more sense just to do live stream, and then it's all done for you. Everything's saved and everything else. Using OBS Studio, so you got GNT on the side there. So yeah, that's why, and I can only apologise when it does crash, when the live stream does fail, and I have to open up a new one. Especially for those who follow the link, because obviously it changes the links, it changes the video, which is really quite annoying. But yeah, so I do apologise for that. So that's the 3 axes done. I think my next job is to do the flame of his anvil hammer he uses to enchant the weapons. Now I could do that on fire, and I think I will, because it will match the detail of the hammer. So we're going to go in with yellow and orange again. Very similar effect. Going in with yellow first, and then hitting the kind of the outer parts with the orange. That's the plan. And I'm just going to put a bit of the yellow down on that metal that I've just done on there. Hopefully it's dry. And that is a well-worn hammer. Seen many magic items crafted. Okay, and while it's wet, that's the key. Get that kind of blend. There is a third. Hey, Rev. Apologies again. hopefully that'll be it now. Touch wood. What was I doing? The outer bits. Just touch on the licks of flame here with the orange. That should do. Okay, so it's flaming hammer. And he's really coming along. Oh, we just do that handle now, don't we? Of course. So let's get that handle done in a... I want it to be bright. I want the handle to be bright. I perhaps shouldn't... yeah, let's go with don't know. I really don't know what to go with. Maybe not bright. I'm thinking red. I might go red. I might get that really nice bright red. Yeah, exactly that. Rev. The when it dries, it should come out in the desired effect. Here we go. It's no turning back. But I'm going to do some fancy on the blade of this axe anyway. It's not going to be silver. Or it won't all be silver, I should say. And again, we get the age-old problem of trying to get to that side of this handle. Space is huge. Because red's not exactly a light a light colour. Oh, that's all right. That's actually come out all right. There we go. Oh, that was a good choice. The red works. Right, so I'm reckoning. That's not even a word. I'm reckoning for this blade. You see how that's dried? I'm reckoning that green onto that blade. And then with silver, or should we go? No, yeah, it was silver this time. So silver and green, because it looks like they look like little leaves coming off the blade. So I think I'll go with that on that. For this, I'm going to get some skeleton horde to do the pages so they don't look completely white. So that doesn't look right anyway. And try not to get too much paint on these. I'm just literally just going over that, and going over that, and going over that, like so. And that should just pick up some of the detail of the pages, which they've actually put into the miniature, which is just nuts. That's just crazy, to have detail of pages of a book. I appreciate it, but it's crazy. Right, inside there, I need to get now with that Griff Charger Grey. So going back to Griff Charger Grey. Yeah, the blade looks really fuzzy because there's so much detail on it. It's got a lot of texture, I don't know if I can show it a little bit more. Almost like a really worn. But they're like petals or leaves. Oh, that could be. Is that going a bit too far? Like doing different coloured petals. That could be fun. Okay, that's that done. I do like red and no. I'm just gonna go green. It's just gonna go green. Let's not go too crazy here. So first of all, I want to show. If I bring out the art, I want to do this copper colour. So to do the copper on lead belcher, all you need is the Griffhound orange that we used before for the flames, and this gives a really, really nice copper colour. As you imagine, copper is kind of like an orangey colour anyway. And I'm actually going to do this the same copper colour. I'm going to go out there and do this in the same copper colour. Oh, try not to get over the wood handle itself. There we go. Obviously, when that dries again, like anything, it'll come out a lot better. Oh, I might do his... Yeah, let's go crazy. And yeah, that's part paint. It's just having a bit of fun. And trying something a bit unique. Why not? That's going to be silver though. That can actually, we can have that as a common theme going through. Yeah, that works. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like that. Okay, what else we got? I think that'll do for copper. So I think it makes sense to do... Yeah, go with the Basilican and Grey first on that one. What is this armband thing? Is it gold or is it? It's gold. So we're going to go gold with that, silver with that. Okay, so we're going to use a bit of a mix of gold and silver around the whole lot. Yep, we got some gold on the on some parts and silver on others, so that's cool. That'll work. Shoulder silver. Okay, I think I'm going to head in with the Basilican and Grey first to give the silver effect. And don't worry, the first player token is not finished yet. I just really want to focus on Bronte first. So I'm going to start by on the trim here. and this is where the magic happens. Adding this contrast paint really makes it look like a realistic silver colour. Let's carry on with that trim first, and then we'll think about what else to do. So that goes around there. I think I'll just add that to all of this part. If I can get my paintbrush in there. Whoop. Hope there's some paint on it, of course, would kind of help. So just trying to get that bit that's because the paint's not sticking to it. Never mind. Yeah, it's not the easiest model to get to places, I've got to be honest, for a lot of it. This one I'm going to do as silver. Yeah, he's an awesome miniature. He's a real fun miniature to paint. I've absolutely loved painting Bronte, as I thought I would. Not the easiest one to paint, I've got to be honest, but a real fun one. Okay, just thinking for this. So if I do that grey, I think I'll hit that with some grey as well. When I say grey, I mean silver, of course. On this one as well. Okay, let's tackle the axe itself. So he's a bit of a bigger character, so he's going to take you longer to paint compared to some of the other mages. So just prepare to spend a little bit more time with him. What I'm hoping this Basilican in Grey does is pick out some of the detail of these. I'm just going to brush over the top a minute. Just to pick out those petals, because obviously I want them to be the green. I don't want them dulled by the Basilican in Grey, ideally. Quite hard to see where they are, to be honest. Okay. And these are coming out detail now. I can't reach that bit. Not too fussed about the actual pack bit behind his back. So, you know, that's the whole point of the contrast paints, right? Is they pick out the detail, and that's exactly what it's doing. Right, let's do his hair bangles. Next, cool. That needs to be done in basilicanum grey as well. Let's go to the front, do the same. Also, there's a fair amount of metal work here, that's why it's taking a bit of time. Will hopefully really add to the miniature. I've missed a bit there, haven't I? I might be able to get away with just using basilicanum grey just for that one part. And then it's shoulder pad. Next. You know, it's got some detail that's been moulded onto that, and the contrast paint will just pick that up. How's he looking? He's getting there. He's certainly getting there. Yeah. Basically, contrast paints will not work on flat surfaces. They're awful. So you do need to bear that in mind. So if you've got 40k and you're painting tanks, terrible. It will not work. It's not even worth bothering with. But the more detail the miniature has, the better the contrast work. They love detail. So like miniatures like this, awesome. It will work so well as it just gets into the recesses for you and does all of that detail work for you. I got a bit on the skin there, didn't I? Never mind. Just trying to make sure I don't miss parts. Let's get the feet done. And then I did the book, didn't I? I did the book. Yeah. No, I didn't do the book, did I? So, book. A bit more. Let's just keep using this on here for this part. And then they're going to be gold. Okay, then the hammer at the top. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so if you're doing like buildings, tanks, things like that, I don't have one, but an airbrush is by far your best choice. So it does depend, but certainly not contrast. Contrast will not work at all. But if you've got detail, like things like fur and hair, it just works so well. It's just so easy. And as I say, it's one coat and you're done. Need some more of that. More paint. How am I planning on painting the base? Exactly the same as I've done all of the Black Rose Wars paint. So, like this. So the base will be silicon and grey on the tiles, on the stonework, warp lightning green on the vines, and then red, white, and black for the roses. Was it in? Yeah. And I'll do the chain in silver as well. Just giving the brush a little bit of a clean. Keeping any dry paint off it. Okay. We are slowly getting there. Right, let's get some gold work in there now. So Iandan yellow for the gold work. Ah, thanks, Rev. Yeah, you know, like a picture, right? You can't judge a picture until you finish the picture. So I always say, like, even when you're painting like an actual picture, you know, like not miniature, don't give up just because it's not looking right before you finished it. You have to finish it first, and then decide, well, is it was I hoping for it to look like, or do I not like it? And it's the same with miniature painting. Just wait until you've painted and then make a decision. Whoop. You know, this guy's got a fair amount of metal work. I mean, he's certainly not the easiest. He's a fun miniature to paint, but he wasn't the easiest. But when you consider how long I've been painting for, it's not stupid amounts of time. And I think that's something to really point out, is that... Hang on, I'm missing the gold. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the gold a minute. Need to do the strapping on that. That needs to be probably Basilican and grey, or even Black Templar, something like that. Oh yeah, his arm. I knew there was something I was missing. So let's get this gold. And it really does show its true colours when it dries. I think that's the other thing, is like, give it some time to dry before you make judgment on your painting. There we go. Okay. Right, should we get that green done on the axe next? So, back on with Warp Lightning Green. That's quite cool. Bit different. Cool. Right, let's go for... let's have a look at the art a minute. Yeah, let's go for a black Templar on the strapping of the main massive hammer. This is quite fiddly. Again, I'm very, very thankful that the detail is so pronounced. It does make life a lot easier. And this is what I mean. Once you find a brush that you're really comfortable with, you'll basically use nothing else. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Yep, that looks really cool. There we go. What a miniature. That's such a cool miniature. Yeah, I'm loving that. I'm also going to do this black as well. Ooh, steady hand, come on. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That was not a steady hand whatsoever. So again, going in with water. Remember, water is your eraser in these paints. Perfect. And then back on. And just a little bit more. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? I think there's a bit of water still there. That should be alright. That's not great. Not super happy with that at all. Now let's see if we can smarten up a little bit. I think that's it. Oh well, it's not come out very... If we have a look, kind of gone over the hair a little bit there. Would that be easy to fix? What, that hair? I think I'm happy enough with that. Just need to make sure. I'll tell you what, it's an awkward. There we go. I'm alright with that. I mean, unless you're going to be looking at super close, it's not going to be. It's better to have a kind of an obvious headband than nothing. Okay. Ooh, well, that needs some. And this is when you start to see things. So I'm going in with the grey again, the Basilican and grey, because if we look there, we've got basically white. And that's not good. That doesn't make sense. So in with Basilican and grey. And just hit that. Fine. Now, did I do all the metal work? Probably not. Just get in there a little bit as well. Oops. Right, I just need to get some yellow because I just need to finish off that hammer. Because there's just some little corners. That side's fine, it's just there. I'm not happy with that. So in there and in there. To be honest, if nothing else, it just gives it a bit more of a brighter colour in the yellow, which is fine. Yeah, cool. Right, okay, next, we'll leave him to start drying just for a second. Loving how he's come out, by the way. Blood Angel's Red. Again, because I want to do the Black Rose. So the way to do that is start in the middle. Put some red about there. Oops. Oh, sorry, I've just absolutely ruined that. Whoops. Not sure what I did. Oh dear. It's getting late. I'm gonna. Oh god, that's a disaster. Let's start again. Whoops. Just the middle bit was the plan. That'll look fine because I'm going to be going over with black template. There we go. So that's what I was trying to do to start with. Now these gems. Should we have them as different colours? I reckon so. Yeah, I'm going to do lots of different colours for the gems. So I think I'll go back with the red for a minute. And I am taking off the paint. And I am aware I haven't been over the paint yet. I'm actually going to start with the red up here. And I will do it on the back. Right, then we'll go with the blue next. I'm going really nice bright escalating. Kept escalate. What, the red then? Do you mean? Ugh. Then one more. Blue. Oh, sorry, that was Thalasar blue. Glad to see little things like that. No, God, no. I mean, yeah, if you're doing a painting competition, yeah, sure. But Warp Lightning Green, again, our favourite in this paint. Oh, and I've just gone my finger all over the red, which was a bit silly. Let's go the next one along. Next, from Warp Lightning Green, we'll go to just yellow. Let's get yellow going. Ayandan yellow again. Let's go to this side this time. And I am going to be going over the whole thing with Ayandan yellow. But hopefully this will be bright enough. Are we there already? Hang on, what's happened here? What have I done? Green. I've put the green in the wrong place. This is not the end of the world. Yellow can go here. Doesn't matter too much. Actually. Oh, okay. That's what's gone wrong. And we've got one gem on its own, haven't we? To fill. So I think I might put that as a... Yeah, let's use this. It's quite a new paint I've got. Majos Purple. So you could argue I should have... It's not very strong, is it? It's a bit rubbish, really. That's alright. I should have counted the number of 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 8 small ones and 1 large one. So that was a bit silly because that's not in the middle, is it? Oh well. It also looked fine. I've coloured gems around it. We do have to go yellow over the whole thing at some point. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool as a little first player token. Right, what were we doing with you? Face, I guess, next. Getting that eye done. So, got a really nice blue eye there to paint on. And I tried to keep it... I did pretty well, actually. I tried to keep it free of paint to start with. What I'm actually going to do... Now, where am I looking? Now, I am trying to use contrast paints only, but I don't know. Oh. Earth shade, Null oil, Agrax earth shade. I don't... Huh. Null oil. Oh no. I've run out of flesh shade. Reichland flesh shade. Okay. With that in mind, I'm going to go in with Agrax earth shade then instead. I just want to put a bit of darkness lining. It's what's that for? Oh, for what, the crown? Yeah, I know, but I guess they were kind of symmetrical. Now this is going to take a little while to dry, but just by putting a wash over the eye, it'll basically surround that, and it'll give it a nice outline. I will probably go back over with the Wraithbone paint just to pop out the eye again. But yeah, that's nice. So yeah, I probably want to get that a bit more whiter before I go in with the... But you can see you've now got the outline of the eye, which makes it pop. But yeah, and there you go. So you see the fire. It's a pretty decent effect, just using those two paints. Right, let's go on with the black next. Where is Black Templar? Black Templar. I'm just going to finish off the black rose of the crown here, and going over the whole lot. And the red should just poke through, like in the box art. So considering I started Bronte in the last video, he has taken a long time to paint. There we go, there's a black rose. Perfect. Maybe just a little bit more in the middle. That's better. Awesome. Yeah, I mean the wash. Don't get me wrong. You know, when you traditionally paint and use washes, it transforms a miniature. It really does. But you tend to, because it darkens all areas of the miniature. Unlike the contrast paints will, because of the gelling agent or whatever it is in it, it will give you the highlights as well as the washes, as well as the shading. So that's the big difference between the two. But yeah, a wash. You know, Agrax Earthshades and Null Oil, I would say, are kind of essential paints, no matter what you're painting and how you're painting. They're really kind of key to have, even with, as you've seen, with contrast paints. Okay, so I think we're ready for bases. So let's keep going. God, it's nearly 1 o'clock here in the UK. As I said, it's addictive. And these are quite long videos. And as you can see, the Basilicanum Grey is so good. It just brings out there's so much detail in these miniatures, and even their bases, that it's nice to get a paint which literally just brings it out straight off the bat. And as with all of these paints, when it dries, when it dries, it looks even better. And as you can see, this for some reason this miniature didn't get any of the problems of rejecting the paint like the other ones did. So I think it's just luck of the draw sometimes. Basilican Grey gives a lovely stone effect, by the way, as you'll start to see. Try not to get over the vines of the or stalks of the roses. Again, sometimes not the easiest thing to get to, going underneath the miniature. Ooh. But as you can see, what could take so long normally with contrast paints really does lessen the time. Can't wait to stay up till 1 when mine come in. Yeah, it's just fun, and you know, you're improving. You know, it's so good at painting. You're improving a skill. It's feeding your creative energy, which is so important. No matter what you do, whether it's literally reading a book, painting, drawing, writing songs, playing music, such an important thing to just do in your life, you know, to just hit that side of your brain and keep it going. So yeah, and I find it very relaxing, to be honest. Exactly. Right, you've hit exactly what I hoped. The whole point of these is that it's not time lapse. It's an honest. It's an honest timing of how long it takes to paint the miniatures, and there's an obvious reason why they use time lapse on pretty much most painting videos, because it takes so blooming long to paint, and you know they might make mistakes and they don't want to show those, but I think making mistakes is for whatever you do in life is the most important thing. It's how we learn, right? What I was hoping for is when I do make mistakes, you see what I do to rectify them. I think that's essential, to be honest. And we just don't see it enough in painting videos. They want it to be like the perfect painting video. It's like, well, yeah, okay, fine if you're a pro painter, but I'm not a pro painter. I think I've shown that. But for the average Joe, what can you do? What can you realistically do in the time that you've got? Now, of course, watching this video could take a very long time. That's why I wanted it to be kind of a live stream where you can